Love Them Knives channel, LTK here. Kizer Söze. Let's talk about the Kizer Söze today. Welcome back into the lair of the Love Them Knives studio. Yes, we've got the Kizer Söze. And this knife is named in that little quip of, Kizer Söze. I mean, because they thought it was cool. It's Kizer Knife Company. We call it the Söze. You get it. In any case, this is an Elijah Isham design, by the way. It's a liner lock. It's titanium. You can get carbon fiber. I got the blue titanium instead. And we will destroy the anode during this review. Obviously, you can print this up. It's kind of a light blue, and so I Windexed it, and it brought it back, which it will do, and that's what you do. Or, warm soap and water, anything that takes the oils and stuff off of it, because it looked more like an extremely pale blue, and now it's kind of more of a, not a pale blue anymore, at least, not as pale as it was. So it's a, like I said, liner lock. Man, she gonna bite you. She gonna bite you. Whew. Check it out. Not quite a 3 3/4 inch blade according to the specs. And of course, we've got steel liners, so we don't have to have an insert here to interface with the S35VN blade, which they probably say it right there. CPM S35VN. Stonewash blade. Dagger, right? Looks like a folding dagger to me. And there's your pocket clip. And is that reversible? It looks like it could be, and I didn't really look at the specs to see if White Mountain Knives, I got mine from White Mountain Knives. He had the R on the end. I said, you got a typo there, dude. It's not Söze. But in any case, so here it is, $189. Buy it with one click, and you won't pay $189. No, you won't. If you use the LTK code. 10% off. So basically about $20 off. So $169, about $170, something like that. Delivered because it's free shipping in the USA. And here's your specs. 8.3 inches overall. 3.65 blade. Okay, thickness 0.16, 4 millimeter. We'll check it out. Dagger, obviously. Handle length 4.65. Let's see if they're giving us. They're saying right hand carry. Nobody's saying left hand optional. So I don't know. This is a loaner, so this is going to go back. I'm not keeping this one, but I just so I didn't take it apart and I didn't try and flip the clip and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know why you couldn't do that, right? So in any case, just saying. But it doesn't say it's ambidextrous carry. So. But who knows? Flipper tab up front. It's not jimped, but it's still fairly intuitive. Okay, it's got bearings on the pivot. There's your blade. And let me throw a thing on here, see if it's really 3.65 or it's actually longer than that. Of course, I got this little hole in the end of the tape. Can you imagine that little blade going in through there and then screwing up our measurements? So I'm going to try and avoid that. Well, that really looks like 3 3/4 all day long to me instead of 3.65, but whatever. So 96 millimeters overall. 8.3. I'll go with that. Just a 16th longer than the Paramilitary 2, but you can basically say same length. And 21 centimeters. Now see how fat it is. 0.51. Really, to me, it you know, when you grab it, for some reason, it just seems like this should be like almost 6/10 of an inch, not 5. Isn't that strange? But it's 5. Wow, okay. 12.8 millimeters. 12.7. Let's see what we're going to go down here to. Nah, pretty much the same then for the length of it. Okay. Interesting. And, you know, at this fattest part, obviously. But, yeah, that's strange. Okay, let me get my micrometer. You know, we're at 0. Let's get out in the middle here and see what we got for blade stock. 0.155. I don't know if I can get to so that's going to be close. Yeah, it's 4 millimeters. And there's your lockup. About 30%, maybe 25, somewhere in there. I'm not getting any lock, rock, or blade play. Obviously, the backside of this blade is not sharpened, okay? Could it be? Well, yeah, it could be if you wanted it to. Then I don't know how you put it back in and out and stuff like that. Might be a little tricky if you had both sides sharpened, but definitely it could be done. Let me see. I mean, yeah, the blade, you can kind of drop it without touching it, I guess. Blade's pretty light, though. There's not much material left there now. And it's centered. No blade player lock or lock rock on it. Comes in this box. You know, they got this outer sleeve. The Kizer boxes, you know, you bitch and moan, then they change it, and then you start bitching and moaning again. Because let me tell you why. Yeah, this stuff is like suede. It's got a suede type feel to it. And so I know Arizona, dusty climate and all that kind of stuff, but every little piece of lint or DNA sticks to this. It's crazy. DNA. Whatever. It seems like this camera picks up everything. And you get all your paperwork in here, you know. And what else? See, all your stuff, including a microfiber cloth, that kind of thing. And then there's your paperwork. And we will do it in Chinese, and we'll do it in English, and then we'll show you pictures of knives that are not in the box, just production pictures and stuff like that. So you get all that goodness, and why do we care if we put this away on camera? We don't. Okay, so then we got it's a Velcro pouch, and then there's your plastic, and the knife goes in there. So these are not the big zipper pouches. Of course, nobody liked the camo that they were using for the zipper pouches. I thought the zipper pouches were great. I didn't like the boxes because they have had ends folding in, and so to open the box, kind of like this ZT box, you know, they weren't like this, so you couldn't pull this tab and then open them. They just tucked in, and so you're ripping the side tabs and stuff of the boxes. So they changed the packaging. It's really great, little magnetic closures here, but the problem is it's this kind of it's not a smooth, waxy type box that just, you know, drops all the debris. I mean, it doesn't attract stuff. This does. This attracts a lot of dust and debris. So, and hell with it. Okay, so Söze, how's it feel in the hand now that we're halfway through this video? You know, it's okay. The human hand is flexible, so there you go. But no, to me, no, not ergonomically really good. No, I'm not digging that. Reverse grip. Well, it comes out to this point. It's okay. I mean, it's okay, but no, I need more here. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, knives like this are a lot more ergonomic. It just feel like you've got a grip on things. I don't feel like I got a grip on this. And this is very slick. There's no texturing or anything. And you don't have a guard here to protect your fingers, so you could just slide right out on that blade here pretty easily. So you got to be careful. And I was looking at the grind on this knife. Does that doesn't really look right down the middle, does it to you? This side's closer. This side looks like it kind of missed the mark. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. You know, this side seems like there's more blade up here than there is here. It doesn't look even to me. I don't know. Maybe this is an illusion. I guess it's one way to find out is to measure the top to the bottom and get that. But I don't know. This just doesn't turn me on. I'm not big into daggers in any case. So I guess if you're big into daggers and you really love this style, this design, then this is your kind of knife, you know. But me, no. It's not terribly fat, just kind of seems like it could be more slender, but it's not. You can see, of course, it's got the steel liners in here. They're not skeletonized or anything inside there, which leads us to ask about the weight, and let's do the weight. Because now, I guess I'm just not turned on by this design. I mean, the reticulin, the pleroma, the Arrakis, the, Zeta, those kinds of designs that have been produced that are Isham designs, I like a lot better. This one, no. 4.25 ounces. So it's not terribly heavy considering, right? 120 grams. Considering it's, titanium and you got these steel liners and blade and everything. Of course, you ain't got much blade here. And let me see if I got a little piece of paper that we can cut a little bit on. I mean, obviously, you're talking about piercing, right? And then work your way out of that, will you? So, yeah, it's reasonably sharp from the manufacturer. It's just not my kind of cutting blade. Yeah, more for piercing, self-defense, whatever that you're going to do, But no, not feeling it. 4 millimeter out here, ground down to a very fine edge here. No, it's not sharpened here, but it's not far off. So, got this cutaway. Don't know what you're going to do with the cutaway. Nothing but style points there. And it probably needs that cutaway because otherwise it would be rather plain. Rather plain. Interesting that you can kind of see the Isham in this design. That's for sure. Got this, bolster area versus the titanium scales. So you could do things. I mean, if you wanted to do gold on this bolster, you could do that, set it off, maybe a deeper blue back here or some other color, whatever. So it begs to be pimped a bit. You got an open design, no backspacer or anything. No place for a lanyard hole. Okay. Not sure that you need one necessarily, but you got a pocket clip. Blade doesn't really drop because the blade's so damn light. And detent is fairly light as well, but it doesn't have to be much. See, I can push it out. I can fail this. Just like that. Real easy to push out. But as far as just gravity flipping it, it's going to be tough because that blade's so light. So, keep my socket intact there up my shoulder. But no, the detent's not real strong. Obviously, if it was fairly strong, you couldn't just do that. So, but it flips open with an intentional pull on the flipper tab. So I wouldn't say it's, inappropriate detent. Bing, right like that. And you tear it apart, clean it up, put a little real light lube in there, or just with time, this will probably become even more effective. So, no, I'm not having a problem with it because of that. I just having a problem with it because I don't like the ergos on this. I don't think they're all that good. I don't want my fingers slipping down here. I don't like the style of the knife. I don't really particularly find it all that attractive, and I don't find it really to my taste. So, I mean, that's me, obviously. If you really love daggers, this might be your grail, and that's cool. But not for me. Not my deal. Not my deal. But remember, if you do want one, White Mountain Knives, 10% off. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you hanging out. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.